Hello there, Commonwealth. This is Great Grandpa Gamer. Nora's not with me for a change. I'm gonna show you around a new neighborhood on Spectacle Island while she conducts some very serious business on that metallic blimp in the distance. Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty one way or the other. Like I said, this is a small neighborhood on Spectacle Island. That's how Nora decided to do things around here. Build small areas, get a small community together, and then build the other areas and integrate them in. Our weapons vendor seems to be well stocked. Holy smoke. An experimental MIRV. Wow, this weapons vendor, she knows what she's doing. That is one heck of a mod to build. Stairs, they're supported from below. Alright, let's see the name of the weapons vendor. Miss Mulder's Boom Boom. My goodness. Nora told me something about her. Yeah, she said that they met on Keaton Avenue. Alright. Well, she's a welcome addition. Anybody can build those kinds of mods. Special. Alright, here's your average cabin. Now, they haven't stocked their cabinet yet, so let's just put some things away for them. Try to be nice, try to be hospitable. There you go. There's Carrie in the mercenary outfit. And Grandpa went down those stairs. He didn't know what he was doing, so I cut the feed. Here we are. We're in the armor vendor's house. She got 3 stacked tables there. That looked kind of cool. Use some paintings to subdivide the cabin up. More stacked tables. Those are cocktail tables. That's a good idea. If you all have the Shroud Manor DLC, you know where that bookcase door came from. I've got to tell you, I suspect that because that bookcase got added to my inventory, that most of the doors have to be scrapped. I can't move them. Just for your information. That means I can't put them on the houses in Sanctuary like I would hope to. You may want to hold off on loading Shroud Manor. Right now I can't quite prove that. Alright. We're leaving the weapons vendor. Now let's go take a look at this cabin right next door. There's Carrie. She's ahead of me again. Okay, this cabin has a stock of supplies. Apparently the bed is the biggest feature they wanted to have here. Oh, it's on those outdoor wall cabinets. They were glitched through the floorboards. And they're sporting a mattress. That's one way to make a bed. Nice little place they have here. As far as I know, this could be Piper's place. She may be hanging out there. I'm not sure. Now here's our armor vendor's store. Oh yeah, she got some serious stuff in here. Good on the combat armor. Well, I don't know. This look like junky mannequins. There's still a full set of combat armor. Now this is impressive. All those things in the shelves, those are used to build mods. In fact, most of the mods they'll build are for the armor. Pretty clever. Power armor helmets. Captain Cosmos. That's another DLC. Alright. Let's move forward, shall we? Now this is Ron's place. Ron used to be one of the children of Adam. Now he stopped doing the religious zealot thing, but he has not stopped his fascination with irradiated water. You see all those bottles up there? We're going to come back to that because that's kind of important for the design of the settlement. Yeah, here's our food vendor. Wait a minute. Biohazard on the door. Nora said, don't eat at the biohazard. I guess she means this place. She knows I had that bloatfly stew. Made me sick for 2 weeks. Alright, I can eat soft... Oh, baked bloatfly. Oh my gosh, that looks disgusting. Blood bug steak. What the heck is this guy selling? Come on, man, I'll get you some Brahmin on this island. In fact, even the Mirelurks are way better than that. Yeah, the two things that to me are the worst in the Commonwealth, and he's got them up for sale. Let's get out of here. The smell is making me a little woozy. This is Tom's place. Tom is kind of a child at heart. I mean, look how he sets up his bed. He's got all this strange paraphernalia everywhere. I think every piece of taxidermy in here is one of his past pets. 40-year-old dude. And yet he's hanging on to his childhood like that. Ladies don't like to go in his place. Okay. Now this looks like Miss Mulder's cabin right here. Fascinating mods. I mean, she just thinks about the stuff. I'd like to see how she combines all those pieces. There's Carrie getting ahead of me again. Let's head on up the stairs. You know, I've featured quite a few sets of stacked tables in this build. Let's just see how it's done. It's pretty easy once you have the secret. Now it does involve movement upon the Z-axis. That's one that's up and down. Well, first things first, let's go ahead and select the first table. I'm going to use my crane technique. And that's not the Karate Kid type of crane technique. Here we go. All right. Built my crane. Go ahead and get it next to our table. Let's do a little separation here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so we group select. Yeah, the entire pillar jumped off the ground, so I just double selected it and it freed up the pillar. Now what I did there is try to overlay the table with a green, and then I just used the Z-axis. And that's where you push the select button for Xbox controllers. What is that? The A. And you also push the left bumper. Same time. Then you can move on the Z axis. All right, let's try it again. Even though it's red, we don't really care. We just wanted the overlay to be true. There we go. Now we have it, a stacked table. A little bit off. You're gonna have to forgive me for that, but here's a few examples. Go crazy with it, folks. I didn't invent this technique. I've just enjoyed using it on this build. It certainly increases the amount of decorations and furniture you can have inside your settlement when you can do that. Thing, I clumped together a bunch of generators. Let's just say I'll have a nice enclosure for them later. Or maybe not nice, maybe just nasty and industrial looking. We'll see what happens. I'll show you that in the future. Alright, we're coming around the front of the settlement. We have a pillory here. Reserved for George III. Baby, you're no good. Who's George III? Interesting. Take another little look out here. Oh, we've got a place for the Brahmin. Not much else. Okay. I think I moved too fast, but we had some string lights that were laid up in a decoration. We're going to show you how to duplicate that right here. First thing we're going to need is some string lights. We're going to use the small ones this time. You need a structure that is pre-existing, not selectable, because we're going to end up doing a group move. And if it's on a brand new structure, the group would come with us. That's why it's always good to leave a wall and a roof, a ceiling alone in your settlement till the very end, so you can just grab things off the wall like pictures, paintings, reverse them, or string lights in this case. Or if it's something that hangs from the ceiling, you can grab that as well. Put them anywhere. Now I didn't show you, I didn't show sticking the radar poles in between all those lights because that was the biggest pain. I don't have that part down yet. If somebody comes up with an easy way to do that, please share. Please, please, please. All right, let's get this closer to the lights. Voila. Let's go back to Ron, folks. I was telling you about Ron, the child of Adam, passed. No longer a zealot. He's figured out how to put the water into glass tubes and make it glow all different kinds of colors. Kind of a genius along those lines. Now we'll come back and look at that a little more tonight.
Maybe constantly trying to kill
In the meantime,
us,
let's circle around this boardwalk. Oh,
don't much care for
that's
good
wrong.
neighbor. That place is
That's
nothing but
wrong.
trouble.
He's the guy I was telling you about. Oh, you know what? Before we miss it, we do have a little barber shop. Anybody who feels comfortable sitting in that chair, be my guest. I'm lucky I'm bald. Here we go. You see those string lights off to the right hand side. Those took forever for me to attach to the radar poles. Yeah, I gotta figure out some new tricks. I can learn how to speak one of these days. Now, great grandpa gamer fell asleep while recording this video, and I'm not kidding you. I went wandering around the island in my sleep. I had my finger pressed on the controller, but I found myself and woke up right there in that room. It's a good time to do a night tour. There's Miss Mulder's boom boom again. That's a very well lit armor shop. Curry. Yeah, it's just about like daylight in there. There's Tom's place, lit by the radiated water. Might be a good idea to go down here and check out some of Tom's crazy artwork. Yeah, what you all may have assumed are neon tubes, it's actually Tom's artwork. Flowing radiation through glass. Very safe. He calls this particular decoration Mr. Krabs. Maybe you can see that there. Looks like he's got a lot of barnacles stuck to his hide. Okay. I'm sorry, that tickled me a little bit. Come on, let's take a walk around the rest of the boardwalk at night. And there's a rock with two different colors glowing through. Well, I've done it with trees before. Why not do it with rocks? Those right there are the cycling lights. Just glitch just under the surface of the rocks. Wherever I can squeeze it in. You can see the effect that those string lights are having on the boardwalk. Looks nice. Hey, you're about to see me fail a sobriety test. There we go, fell right off the line. Let's take a look around the backside. I love the effect. It's just a lot of fun to do those things. There's a little bench alcove. That looks comfortable. I'd spend some time there. And a weapons, what do they call it? Workshop. Looks pretty good. Use those sawhorses and the boards. Okay, we're back here. And first thing we note, more flamingos. You know, those flamingos scared the hell out of one of my provisions. They refused to come back.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. Whole place is run by robots.
Grey Garden. I could see that in the near future. Hey folks, I want to thank you so much for hanging with me till the end of the video. Y'all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.